wide, it was going further away, and it's been cracked out through the covers. Not quite 4, yes it will. Timed really nicely.
And well, that's the Shane Warne loosener is dispatched straight away by his Australian teammate Steve Waugh. Warne took the edge. It's gone to the left of Matthew Elliott. That one will race away for 4 runs.
It's a good shot. Out past Laurie Harper. That's a boundary. Really open spaces out there at mid-wicket.
He's got that very fine, and that's going to go all the way. There's a man at 45 degrees, but he's very deep, and Steve Waugh's just got a feather on this, Alan. And that's a cracking shot through mid on Stephen Waugh, so gifted off his pads. Lovely touch from Mark Waugh on this occasion. And again, 2 through the mid-wicket area. And Stephen Waugh again using the crease, getting back, the short delivery. And he knew the moment that he made contact that he had the gap, and he had this half-hundred. Full toss to Steve Waugh, and it gets the treatment. A masterful player of the bad delivery. 4 through cover. And short again, gets the treatment. You can't get there to Steve Waugh on this sort of pitch. Rifle, fresh back into the attack. And Steve Waugh lays back and clouts it forward of cover.
Go! And he has runs backward of point. Will it be 4? Yes, it will. And you've got to be careful when you're throwing yourself around the field here. Driven by Stephen Waugh. Give up the chase, fellas. That's 4.
It really did go hard. His hands right at the last moment are just so quick. It's quite unbelievable. He just stepped into it fairly quietly, and all of a sudden an explosion of those hands, and he didn't even bother walking.
Driven on the onside. That'll be 4 more.
That's a good shot, isn't it? Lovely shot from Steve Waugh. Down to the 3rd man boundary for 4. Elliott. Great concentration before he delivers each ball. To no avail. Beautifully played. All the way to the fence. Just. Good shot again. Out through the covers. 4 runs. Just laying into it. Loose ball from Warne. And Steve Waugh advancing now to 97.
This time Steve Waugh is down the track, and that's his 100. His 46th in first-class cricket. His first at North Sydney Oval on the Australian sporting calendar.
Oh, no!
Well, this one could indeed run away for 4, which is precisely what it does. Just the bottom edge of Steve Waugh's bat, and that was enough. And day. Well, straight back into his shell. That one was only 4.
Yeah, you don't make any statements in this game, do you?
And finally Steve Waugh finds the gap. That'll go all the way. Waugh off the mark this morning after some 15 minutes with a boundary through extra cover.
It's in the air, but it's quite safe. Out through square, and that's 4 runs. Just forward of square leg. And he does the same again. Same result as well. Successive boundaries to Steve Waugh. That was through the gully, down to the fence for 4. No catching cordon there. Nope. Vacant spaces. And that was off the edge.
And there's another one through the onside, this time short. And he hasn't pulled much in this innings, but he's found a pull shot here and got it over Matthew Elliott's head at mid-on. And the unsuccessful flipper goes for 4 through cover. So having just said he hasn't driven him much there, he's taken full toll to reach 150 with a cover drive from an errant flipper to the boundary.
Yes, the flipper doesn't come out quite right. Stephen Waugh on this occasion picking the gap. Tony Dotter made a good effort.
In the air, that'll also run away. The dive, no, pulled out, and that goes to the point boundary.
That's high, over the top, quite safe, and a boundary.
Yes, he picked the slow ball then very, very well. That's the spot he hits.
Let's have a hit. In the air, safe, and 4 runs. There's a man in short at the mid-wicket. It went straight past Shane Warne, though. Record partnership for the 3rd wicket for Victoria against New South Wales. In the air, just wide, another boundary.
Well, he's hit that a bit better.
Rifle taking the second new ball. That's in the air, the square cut, and it also goes to the boundary. Dean Jones had no chance there. Steve Waugh moves into the 190s.
Yes, it's basically been a very hard hit. Top edge, carried a long way, 1 bounce, I think.
And Waugh's got 4 again. Consecutive boundaries through point to Stephen Waugh.
That has it's bounced 20 yards, 20 metres back from the boundary. This ball's been taken off over the top of a stump. He just did that beautifully. But look how far, if we can, we've got the time. Look at it bouncing back off that fence.
And a blistering drive for the double 100. Steve Waugh has 202 here at the North Sydney Oval, and that's the declaration. Congratulations from Shane Lee. He remains 81 not out. Victoria has the 2 points, but Steve Waugh has the glory.